Hi friends, in this episode we'll see about the types of pumps. Now we can see the important definitions. Pressure. Pressure is the force exerted per unit area or force of the nature of thrust distributed over a surface. Vacuum. Vacuum is a space devoid of matter and one in which the pressure is zero. Now the gauge pressure. The effective pressure for doing work against the atmospheric pressure as measured by the pressure gauge. This is the gauge pressure is the pressure shown in the gauge. Absolute pressure. Gauge pressure plus atmospheric pressure is equal to absolute pressure. Absolute pressure is the gauge pressure plus atmospheric. We have to add the atmospheric pressure with the gauge pressure. It will give you the absolute pressure. What we are seeing in the gauge pressure is only a gauge pressure. Unit of pressure. We can see the units for the pressure. Normal atmospheric pressure is called 1 atm. That is equal to 760 mm of mercury column. That is equal to 760 tori. That is given after the name of the scientist Torricelli. Then it is equal to the head of water 10.33 meter of water column, and in bar it is 1.01325 bar. Then the 1 atmospheric is equal to 1.0332 kilogram force per centimeter squared. Also it is equal to 101.325 kilopascal. This is also given after a scientist Pascal and is equal to 14.69 psi, which is equal to 1.01325 into 10 power 5 Newton per meter squared. These are all the units used in industrial in various areas for the pressure. Now we can see the another important definition. Centrifugal force is a force which acts upon a body moving in a circular path, tending to force it further from the axis or center of the circle described by its path. Centrifugal force used in centrifugal pumps. Centrifugal force is used in the centrifugal pump. Head and pressure. Head is the depth of water in a vessel, pipe or conduit, which is the measure of the pressure upon any given point below the surface. That is the difference in level of water between 2 points expressed in feet or in meter. That is called head. You can call it a static head or dynamic head. The two different types. The static head is the height from a given point of a column or body of water at rest considered as causing or measuring pressure. As if the water and a liquid stored in a tank, that will give the head, which is called static head. That will give the static head will be acted on the suction pipe of the pump. You can see the suction pressure. The tank level is almost full. That pressure will act in the pump suction. That will show some pressure in the gauge. That is called static pressure. That's static head. Dynamic head. It is an equivalent or virtual head of water in motion, which represents the resultant pressure necessary to force the water from a given point to a given height and to overcome all frictional resistance. This is a normal pump discharge pressure, or it's called dynamic head, and the pump is pumping a pressure. It is measured as a meter of water column. That will be available in the nameplate of the pump. Pump nameplate will be having the pump capacity, that is the flow in meter cube per hour, and head, that is meter of water column. That will be shown not any kilogram per 4 centimeter squared or bar will be available. Only head of water column will be available in the name board of the pump. Now we can see the classification and principles of the pump. Pumps are mainly classified as dynamic pressure pumps and positive displacement pumps. Centrifugal pump and turbine dynamic pressure pumps categories, and reciprocating and rotary or positive displacement pumps. Centrifugal pump is a pump which vanes or impellers rotating in a closed fitting casing, drawing the liquid at the center by virtue of centrifugal force throughout the liquid through an opening at the periphery of the casing. Centrifugal pumps further classified as elementary classification and construction classification. Due to centrifugal force, water drawn in the eye of the impeller at the section will be pumped out with the pressure at the periphery of the casing using the centrifugal force. This is the principle of centrifugal pump. Turbine, it is a device that converts the energy of fluid into mechanical energy. The fluid can be water, steam, or flue gas. The energy of water can be in the form of a potential energy or kinetic energy. Steam turbine and gas turbine uses the thermal energy of steam and flue gas respectively. There is a turbine pump. Reciprocating pump, it is a positive displacement pump having a to and fro motion or moving backwards and forwards or up and down motion. It is distinguished from a circular motion. Rotary pump, it is also a displacement pump with a circular motion. Gear pump, screw pump, vane, low pump all will come under this category of rotary pump. These are the main major categories of pump types. Now we can see the centrifugal pump classification and the usage. Elementary classification will be like this. With respect to the shape of the casing as a conoidal, conical shape or volute shape. With respect to the shape of the veins as straight or curved veins. And with respect to the number of veins, single or multiple vein. With respect to guide housing of veins as open type or semi-open type or enclosed type of veins. With respect to intake as a single admission, single section or double admission, double section. With respect to flow design of veins, mixed flow is found by the scientist Francis, so it's called Francis mixed flow or screw axial flow. With respect to secondary diffusion veins as turbine. With respect to balancing as a single section balancing disc, double section impeller, back-to-back single section impellers, unidirectional section impellers with balancing drum or balancing chamber. With respect to stage operation, single stage or multi-stage, and further classified as with respect to output as a large volume flow head, medium volume with medium head, small volume with a high head. These are the elementary classification for the centrifugal pumps. Single stage pumps used for low and moderate head pressure, mostly used for small size, but effective pumping at a high head is limited. This will not give a high head. Pressure will be limited only for single stage pump. Double suction or double admission pump. The impeller is hydraulically balanced in an axial direction compared to single section pump because thrust from one section is counteracted by thrust from the other section, normally used for large quantities of water to moderate head. Cooling water service normally used for a higher volume. This type of double section or double admission pump. And seawater pump with high volume also will be used with a double section. It should be balanced by both the direction in the section. Now we can see the multi-stage pump. Multi-stage pumps are used for high head or high pressure. Each stage will practically act as a separate pump. High pressures with small capacities where speed limitation and diameter of impeller is limited. Also, this multi-stage pump is used mainly used for boiler feed water pump for high volume and high pressure. Fire water pumps, fire retardant pumps are used, and RO pump with high pressure. Water pumps for high-rise buildings for a high height is more to give a high head. This type of multi-stage pumps are used, and also for high pressure cleaning. High pressure jet cleaning is used by the multi-stage pump will be only used for high pressure cleaning. Open type impeller used for clean liquid service. For normal water pump, open type impeller will be used. Semi-open type impeller used for liquids with solids, sediments and foreign matters is suspension. With a minute particle, the semi-open type impeller is used. Closed type impeller is normally used for better efficiency with high initial cost. Now we can see the flow difference. Axial flow, while propeller type impeller is suitable for axial flow in the direction of the axis of rotation. It is used for service such as drainage, sewage excavation, mainly submersible pump. And it's not suitable for pumping with lift. For high pressure pumping with lift, it cannot be used. This submersible pump is having normally axial flow. Radial flow pump delivers an outward motion of the liquid channel through it. The pump liquid is pressurized and excited through the downstream piping. All other centrifugal pumps with positive suction head, net positive suction head will come under this radial flow category. Mixed flow impeller used for large capacity with low heads. Specific speed of the centrifugal pump identifies the approximate acceptable ratio of the impeller's eye diameter D1 to the impeller outside diameter D2 in the designing a good impeller. Speed ratio from 500 to 5000 speed diameter D1 divided by outside diameter D2. If it is greater than 1.5, then the pump will be radial flow pump. The specific speed is 5000 to 10,000. That is D1 by D2 is less than 1.5. It is mixed flow pump. It will come under this category. And the specific speed is 10,000 to 15,000. And the D1 by D2 is equal to 1 means it's axial flow pump. These are all the pump flow based on the specific speed of the pump. Now we can see the centrifugal pump type, application and features. Canned water pump and magnetic drive pump both are used in hydrocarbons chemicals where no leakage is permitted. This is used for critical operation of hydrocarbons and toxic chemicals. The features of this pump is canned water pump have sealless impeller directly attached to the motor rotor. Wetted parts contained in the can. Here also leak is very less, so it is used for hydrocarbon and chemical. Magnetic drive is sealless impeller driven by closed couple magnets. Here also leakage is almost nil. So these two type of pumps are used in hydrocarbon and chemical handling. Chopper grinder pump. Wastewater in industrial area, chemical, food processing and sewage where these chopper and grinder pumps are used. This impeller fitted with impeller fitted with grinding teeth to chop the solids. The wastage food or meat coming with the wastewater will be chopped by the grinding teeth. Then the third type is circulator pump. It is using for heating and ventilation and air conditioning unit. It is inline and compact design. And the multi-stage pump is used for high pressure application, mainly boiled feed water and fire water. And for high rise building and jet cleaning, this multi-stage pump is used. It is having multiple impellers for increased discharge pressure. So this is the feature of this pump. Then cryogenic pump, liquid natural gas and coolness. A bara type pump, centrifugal pump is used for this cryogenic pump. Special construction materials to tolerate the low temperature. Liquid natural gas temperature will be around minus 163 degrees centigrade, and a coolant for MEG or MPG used for regasification plant also will use this type of cryogenic pump. And liquid nitrogen also, if the handling is this type of pump only will be used. This liquid natural gas pump having a special material to tolerate the temperature. Thrash pump is draining mines and pit construction sites where thrash pumps are used, designed to pump water containing solid debris where these thrash pumps are used. Slurry pump is used in mining, mineral processing, industrial slurries, wastewater and sewage water clarifier. Normally in wastewater clarifier and sewage water clarifier, this slurry pump is used. It is designed to handle and withstand highly abrasive slurries. So these type of pumps are used in this wastewater and sewage water in all the chemical industries mainly. Slurry pump is handled for a centrifugal type. Now we can see the advantage and disadvantages of the centrifugal pump. Centrifugal pump advantages is pump do not include drive seals that reduce the leakage risk. So centrifugal pump is used where seal leakage is risk. Seal leakage leak is risk. Centrifugal pumps are used to pump out harmful and risky fluids. Pumps have magnetic coupling that can be damaged simply in overload situation, thus protects the pump from external force. So this is used for the hydrocarbon and the chemical handling. Motor and pump are separated from each other, so heat transfer is impossible from the motor to pump. So in centrifugal pump, normally pump will not get damaged when the motor bearing or get damaged and the heat will not transfer to the pump side. Centrifugal pumps generate low friction, can be used as submersible pump. Normally submersible pumps are all centrifugal pumps. Multi-stage pump also for boiler feed water and fire hydrant also centrifugal pumps are used. The disadvantage of the centrifugal pumps are the energy loss can be occurred due to the coupling that generates some magnetic resistance will be there in the centrifugal pump. When the intense load occurs, possibilities are there for the coupling fail. That is, if any damage in the pump load that will affect the coupling. Coupling only will fail first. If fluids with ferrous particles are pumped out, rust occurs or time pump stop working. If the liquid or fluid handled in the pump is having corrosive material, that will corrode the pump and pump will get damaged. Flow of the liquid is less through the pump, then overheating can occur. The discharge consumption is very less, and pump is running continuously means pump will get heated up and overheating will occur. This is the main problem for the centrifugal pump. Hope you might have understand the general category of pump and classification and principles of pump, centrifugal pump working, different type of centrifugal pump and the usage of centrifugal pump. Do not forget to subscribe and share it with your colleagues and friends. Put your like and comment in the comment box. See you in the next episode with positive displacement pump type and category. Thank you very much.